Hello and welcome to the Back Nine Report. My name is Carlos Torres, along with Altvater. We check in on the world of golf to bring you the latest news, insights, analysis, interviews, recaps, previews. Hey, we cover anything and everything golf. In other words, if it happened in golf, we have it for you. Fred, hi, how are you today?
Hey, I'm great, Carlos. I want to urge all of our listeners to go to Ohio Golf Journal, Michigan Golf Journal, or Indiana Golf Journal. Click on the register button for the giveaway we're doing right now through April 15th. We're giving a two-night stay and 3 rounds of golf at Firestone Country Club, the South Course, the North Course, and the Fazio Course. 3 great courses, 2 nights on property. Go there, sign up. Carlos, finally, we're going to get away from talking about Phil and Greg Norman, the LIV Invitational Series, and get down to some real golf. We got some real golf. We got major championship golf coming this week.
We do, but I got to tell you, I have already the Tucson for that, the Firestone thing. It's you and me, man.
Oh, baby. Anytime you want to go, you just let me know. We're in. Not a problem. All you got to do is get up here. I've been telling you that. All you got to do is get up here.
I know. I got to work on that, definitely. Hey, the best women golfers in the world are coming to compete in the world golf's first major tournament at Mission Hills Country Club in Rancho Mirage. The competition will be fierce. They're going to be going for $5 million of a purse and the coveted Dinah Shore Trophy, the famous jump into Poppie's pond, and the honor of wearing the champion's white robe. The 51st playing of the Chevron Championship will be held in Rancho Mirage for one last time before moving to Houston next year. So what is going to happen? Are they going to move the pond? They have to do something in Houston because that cannot go away. So the tournament is being played in its original intended slot as the 7th event of the 2022 LPGA Tour schedule, and it's the first major of the season. We do not have Monday qualifiers for this event in the field. The week of alternate list is set for the event formerly known as the A&A Inspiration. The LPGA's first major championship of the year was held twice in the last 2 years. Yes, it was, despite the COVID-19 pandemic. But both in 2020 and 2021, the tournament was played with one very essential ingredient for sports events. The fans, they were not there. That changes this week, Fred, because the Chevron will be the first major sporting event playing in the desert with full ticket sales, no vaccination mandate, there's no requirement for proof of negative COVID-19 test, and no mask mandate since the American Express and the PGA Tour was played in La Quinta in January 2020. That's how far we played here without any of those things. So as I mentioned, Fred, the field will be playing for $5 million purse. The 27 of the top 50 on the Rolex Women's Golf World Ranking are among the top contenders. So how about the first major of the year for the LPGA?
Yeah, it's a little sad to see them leaving the course that Dinah Shore started this tournament on. It has some different names, different sponsors over the years, but it always been played the same golf course. And now that Chevron comes in, this is their first year, and the last year at Rancho Mirage, as you say, they'll be moving to Houston next year. And as far as jumping in the pond, that doesn't bother me. That's an old deal. I'm ready to get rid of that. I'm well over that thing. And, I'm worried about somebody hurting themselves anyhow. There was one year when somebody almost did hurt their leg or something. I think somebody's mother did hurt their leg jumping in there. So of the top women golfers, Carlos, so there's 2 big stories for me this week. Number one is the fact that this is the 51st year and the last year that they'll be playing this event in Rancho Mirage. The second biggest story is that the number 2 player in the world, Nelly Korda, is not in the field because she's still out with injury. So those are really the 2 biggest stories for me this week on this tournament. The other thing is I'm glad it's a major championship. We've got the women back in the United States. They had the Asian swing. Now they were back in Carlsbad last week, and they're back in Palm Springs this week for the first major. Really a good week. For me, this kind of really kicks off the golf season for me because we've got this. We're going to talk about the Augusta National Women's Amateur coming up. We got the Masters next week. A lot of good stuff happening here. So 144 women in the field. As you said, $5 million purse, $750,000 to the winner. That's ginormous for a women's purse. That's outstanding. The past 5 women's champions are in the field. You've got Tavatanikit, Miriam Lee, Jin Young Ko, probably going to be a factor again this year. Jin Young Ko, she's always right there, right? Pernille Lindbergh, So Young Yu, Lydia Ko, Brittany Lincecum, Lexi, NB Park, and Stacy. So you've got Daniel Kang, who's been a winner this year. Lydia Ko's been a winner. Leona McGuire's been a winner. Also Nana Kurtz Madsen, and now Thedicool, who won last week. So they're all in the field. Great field. You got, I think, like 7 rookies or something in the field. And also, I just want to mention there are 4 amateurs in the field that decided not to play in the Augusta National Women's and are playing here. One of them is Un, who is at San Jose State. One is Park, who's a freshman at Texas. Say, who is from Stanford, and Kaur, Kaur, who is a senior at Baylor. So 4 amateurs in the field, probably won't make the cut. Be nice to see what happens to them. But Carlos, this is always I always try to watch this event and pay attention to it. It is the first major of the year. It's a big event for the women, big purse. I expect to see the top names: Jin Young Ko, Lydia Ko, Daniel Kang. Daniel Kang's probably not long enough. This is a big ballpark. This is a big hitters course. Lexi Thompson has historically done well here. I would not expect anything less from her this year. So, and as we said, Tavatanikit won last year, and she's a long ball hitter. So maybe she can reappear and do well again. So a lot of things to watch for in the new Chevron Championship.
So you talk about that. Who do you think would be your top 5 to pick to win here in the championship?
I can't. I'm not going to bet against Jin Young Ko. No way in the world am I going to do that. I really think Lydia Ko has been playing fantastic golf for about the last year and a half, and she just seems to improve every week. She just gets a little bit better. I really think this could be Lydia's getting back to a major championship. And also, I think Lexi is so close, and she loves this golf course. So, yeah, I would say if I had to pick, I would put those 3 pretty much at the top of my list.
All right. So I think Jin Young Ko will be my first pick, definitely, and Lydia. Those are 2. Lexi Thompson, like you mentioned, she's always a horse for the course. She's the one that she always plays here. You cannot go away with that. Min-Jae Lee, I think, is going to do very, very well this year. And also, even though you might not think about it, hey, Inbay Park.
She was in the back of my mind when I was saying about she hasn't been doing much lately. So yeah, but when it comes to big tournaments, yeah.
Yeah, Inbay, and then I have to pick my girl, Leona McGuire. She keeps, grinding and grinding. I think it's just a matter of when she's going to win that first major, and I think this is a very, very good opportunity.
She's already got in the winner's circle. She had a great Solheim Cup. She's on the right trajectory to really do well here.
Definitely. So anyway, it's going to be a very, very good tournament. Finally, we're going to see them with fans on the stands there waiting and seeing the players for the first time in 2 years. They're in the desert.
So we don't have to have the big blue wall this year. We can have the stands back there instead.
Yes, we're going to see actually people finally there. So that changes also the dynamic for the players, because they can feed off of that as well. So it's great that finally we see golf returning to some sort of normalcy. And hey, finally in those states that was closed totally for the past couple of years, we're finally to see those release. And hey, great to see a golf major, an LPGA major with a great purse and great players. And of course, our best thoughts are going to Nelly Corda, who's still recovering from that blood clot. Hope she gets a fast recovery and is back playing at her best, like we know she can do pretty soon. So any final words before we close?
No, let's get this week started. A lot of great golf coming. I'm ready for it.
All right. Thank you for joining us. It's always our pleasure to bring you the latest in the world golf news and information. So, and remember to subscribe to our channel. It's right down there in the subscription. So thank you for joining us.